Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Now in today's class, we will learn about the Huygens principle and the wavefront. Okay, so before Huygens principle, we will see the wavefront. Wavefront means what? Here you see that whenever we are dropping a stone in the water waves are formed in there. Okay, so in that water wave, all the waves, the particles, all the particles in the same wave, they are in the same phase or same state of the vibration. So the surface which envelopes the particles that are in the same state of vibration is known as the wavefront. Means the surface at which all the particles are in the same state of vibrations. Okay. The other example, other definition for this wavefront, we can say that the wavefront at any instant is the locus. The wavefront at any instant is the wavefront. The wavefront at any instant is the locus of all the particles of the medium which are in the same state of vibrations. Means if we take all the particles which are in the same state of vibration and we connect them all. Locus means what? It is the imaginary concept. To draw a locus, that time we will get a particular shape. So when we draw all the particles together of same state of vibration, this is a locus concept, then we will get a concept or a particular shape. That shape is nothing but the wavefront. Okay. So basically wavefront there we can find by the Huygens principle. Okay. This is the definition, but how to locate the wavefront? For that we will use the Huygens principle. So first we will see the step by step the principle and then we define the principle. Okay, the 3 points are there in the Huygens principle. So first of all we focus only on the wavefront that uses the principle, and from that we can extract the principles. Okay, so wavefront we can draw by the Huygens principle when all the particles are at any instant time t is equals to 0. Okay, so at any instant time t is equals to 0, if we start to define it, how we will get that? Okay, so see here we are having a source in this diagram. The source will emit the lights in all direction. Okay, and that light is nothing but the wavefront, because locus of all the points at in front of that, it is a spherical curve. Okay, we are seeing only 2D diagram and in the one direction, hence it is only a curve. Actually it is a spherical portion. Okay, so in front of source, that first spherical line, that is nothing, that curve, it is nothing but the wavefront. Such wavefront are called as a primary wavefront. Okay, now according to Huygens, each point on this primary wavefront, it will act as a secondary source. Okay, the first source, it is a primary source, hence the wavefront is primary wavefront. Now on this wavefront, all the particles itself will act as a source. So these sources are called as a secondary source. Okay, and these will start to emit the light in the forward direction. So see here, the lights from that points that are emitting, and each point will form a separate spherical line. So we will observe here that spherical curve for each particle. For clarity, we have taken here distances. Okay, so let that distance is r, or radius of that secondary wavefront, it is r. Okay, so you will observe here that each curve has a radius r. Okay, and because the wave, it is flowing with the same velocity v, hence we are getting the same spherical surfaces for all secondary sources with radius r. Now if we join these all, so for this wavefront, how it propagate, for that we need to join. So for joining this, we will get here, we have to draw the tangent at the spherical surfaces of the secondary source and that is nothing but the highest, means at the distance which is located as a radius r, त्याच्या पॉइंटला जिथं असणार आहे तिथं टेंजंट ड्रॉ करायचं आपल्याला, मीन्स विथ द रेडियस आर वी हॅव टू ड्रॉ द टेंजंट. And if you join all these points where the tangent is drawn, you will observe that the next spherical curve it is formed. So it is a primary wavefront, it is propagated in the forward direction. Okay, this is the secondary wavefront, small portions, and from that we will draw the locus of all the tangents drawn position, and this will give us the secondary wavefront, means wavefront it is propagating in the forward direction. So this is one of the principle of Huygens. Okay, now here see, I have clearly explained that how it is drawn. Okay, so we are getting here the second line spherical curve which shows that it is the wavefront. And here what concept we have taken? V, velocity is equals to distance upon time. So in time t, radius r means distance and velocity is v. Okay, so these are the concepts. Now Huygens principle helps us to locate the new position and shape of the wavefront at any instant. Means the time t can be anything. At any time we can find the position of the new position and new shape of the wavefront. Okay, so it describes the progress of the wavefront in the medium. So from that we can see the progress in the medium. Now wavefront, these are basically of three types. The first type is the spherical wavefront, second type is the plane wavefront, and third type is the cylindrical wavefront. Okay, so we required here only the two types, so we'll discuss majorly the two types here. The first it is the secondary spherical wavefront, and second it is the plane wavefront. Okay, so first we'll discuss with the spherical wavefront, how it is formed. Now observe there, it is a point source, and from this point source light rays are traveling in the straight line in the forward direction. So at points, these their points are represented there. At that points we will draw a locus and we will get a spherical shape curve, that is a wavefront. Okay, this is primary source and primary wavefront we will find here. Now velocity of light in the vacuum, it is represented by c. Okay, so in time t, the distance traveled by distance traveled by the ray of light, it is v into t. Velocity is equals to displacement upon time असतो, त्याच्यावरून आपण displacement काढायचं, velocity into time t means ct. Okay, so displacement is ct. So consider ct as a radius and draw a circle on the different points on the primary wavefront. Okay, so draw that circle with radius vt. Now according to Huygens principle, the wavefront are always directing in the forward direction. This is the next concept of the Huygens principles. Next principle, rays are always directing in the forward direction. So when we draw the circle, the forward direction only we require. So backward directions आपण हे थोडंसं सोडवायचं आहे. In forward direction, similarly draw the tangent, and at the tangential positions we will get the another locus, and this wave is seen that it is traveling in the forward direction. So primary wavefront होती ती आता secondary wavefront means next step ला ती पोहोचलेली. Okay, so ह्या वेने these spherical wavefronts are traveling. So imagine it is 3D. So whenever this point source is here, the rays are emitting from all direction. So the first wavefront will be formed here, and from there we have to draw the spheres of radius v into t, and from that locus we will find the next surface. So like that we will get that the wave, it is traveling in the form of the wavefront. So by this we can understood how the spherical wavefronts are formed. Similarly, the wavefront, plane wavefront will form when a source of the light is situated at a larger distance. Then and then only we will get the plane wavefront. Okay, so this diagram represents this. So here the same method we have to follow. First we'll consider the point on the ray, draw the locus. It is nothing but a straight line, means a plane. If we imagine the 3D, it will be a plane. So on this plane we will get the wavefront, initial wavefront, that is due to the primary source. Now according to Huygens, each and every particle of this plane will act as a secondary source. So secondary source is always in the forward direction. So locus of that, it will give us the next line. But how to draw that? Now here again, the velocity of light in vacuum or in air, we consider that it is c. In time t, the distance traveled by the wavefront, it will be c into t. Okay, so take ct as a radius. Draw the circles or spheres at different points on this plane line that we have represented here, p, q, r, s. Okay, that circles represent the secondary source, it's a wavefront. Now this will be only in the forward direction according to Huygens principle. So forward direction, we will get here the half circle and draw the locus at the tangential position. That is again a straight line as shown here, p dash, q dash, r dash, s dash. This is the plane wavefront. Means here the plane wavefront will propagate in this manner. Okay. So here next concept we have to see that wavefront and its type, it is over. Now Huygens principle point by point we have to learn. Okay, so what is the basic concepts given by the Huygens? So the first principle of Huygens I have represented here, that every point on given wavefront act as a secondary source. That is the first principle. Okay, that I have given here in the first point. Every point or every particle on the wavefront, that is we have called it a primary wavefront, it will act as a secondary source in the forward direction. Okay, now the second principle, the secondary wavelength travels in the direction with the speed of the light in the medium. So secondary source will also emit the light with a velocity of light what is in the vacuum, means its velocity will not change due to the secondary source. Okay, and it will always travel in the first forward position. Okay, now the third concept, third principle given by the Huygens, it is a surface touching these secondary wavelets tangentially in the forward direction at any instant gives the सेकंडरी वेवफ्रंट ॲट दॅट इन्स्टंट. म्हणजे आपण जे वेव फॉर्म करण्यासाठी मेथड वापरली होती की टेंजेन्शियल लोकस ड्रॉ केलेला, आणि तो टेंजेन्शियल लोकस म्हणजे पुढच्या ह्याचा आपला वेवफ्रंट होता. मीन्स इट इज कॉल्ड एज अ सेकंडरी वेवफ्रंट ॲट दॅट टाईम. जेवढ्या टाईमचा आपण विचार करणार आहे तेवढ्या टाईमचा आपण सी इंटू टी रेडियस घेऊन सर्कल ड्रॉ केलेला होता. सो ॲट दॅट टाईम दॅट इज द सेकंडरी वेवफ्रंट. सो दीज आर द Huygens principle based on which we can draw or we can construct the spherical wavefront and the plane wavefront as discussed in this lecture. Okay, so hope you understand this concept. If you have any doubt regarding this, please comment here, like our video, share it and subscribe.